Well, hey, what's going on? Welcome to another Alex video where I'm going to give an update of everything that's been going on in the last however long it's been since the last video. Things have not gone that well. I hate to say it, but I've been sick. Besides the normal stuff I deal with, which is mostly hypersensitivity, acid reflux, a certain kind of acid reflux that affects my speaking voice, and I just got sick, oddly sick, I guess is how I put it, and it's set me off, and I'm not sure what happened still now to this day. It's been about a month. I've lost some weight. I've had all kinds of weird blood results, but I haven't had anything that says this is what's wrong with you. So it's frustrating, and part of the thing for some of you out there, if you've ever been exposed to a lot of medications, one of the things that happens with me, especially like with my benzos, is I start to get real panicky about what is wrong with me when I get sick, and it's like such a difficult thing to deal with, because I realize that it's the minute changes in the medication. In this instance, I didn't change my medication, but I just got sick, and maybe there were other things going on, dietary changes, whatever, and I really went off into a panic about what could be wrong with me, and I don't know how much that then affects, the symptoms of the illness, but man, it was rough. It was so psychologically difficult, and besides, I was having real symptom stuff that was coming back in blood work and stuff that I was experiencing, pain in my body, urinary frequency, and just all sorts of weird stuff. Body temperature, rather than a fever, I've been running real low. I haven't eaten much in the last few days. Lost a lot of weight. Maybe I look a little slimmer Alex. My eyes look a little droopy. I can see myself. Maybe they're always droopy. I don't know. Anyway, so we're just going to have to go forward from here. That's what we do. That's what my objective is in life, is to just keep moving forward. And so I don't quite know how I got knocked on my butt. I don't quite know what's wrong with me. I have to go back to the doctor on Tuesday for some more tests. Check about my internal organs, kidney, liver, and pancreatic function. So we'll do that, and I hope that works out alright. And if it doesn't, we'll deal with that then. So one thing I want to talk about is when you're like, so I have this situation where I have all these leftovers from being on psych drugs, and doctors don't really know what to do with them. People in my shoes who are real sensitive or have symptoms. I mean, I could make a long list. In any event, though, what's frustrating is like, I actually was on drugs my whole damn life, and now I want to go do stuff with my life, and I spend, it seems like, a lot of my time trying to come up with stuff to show doctors I know, basically more credible people than me, because they're just not likely to listen to me. One of the experiences I had early on in this deal was realizing that as I sat there across the couch from some guy, that he didn't see me as a human being, or even the way a doctor sees a patient, but he saw me as like a mental patient. So not only was he supposed to fix whatever my problem was, hopefully, but he was supposed to dissect the things that I said and put them through his filter, because I'm too mentally ill to properly give adequate descriptions of what's going on. So he has to, he both can help me and doesn't believe me. So it's a real pleasure to pay for that kind of service. But what ends up happening is it becomes self-fulfilling prophecy, because you get put on all these drugs, and in my case, I went rather insane. And to this day, I know one little, certain types of sickness, tiny changes in my benzo dose, tiny reactions to supplements, and I'll not have panic attacks, but get irrationally concerned about things. And I realize to a very critically inclined psychiatrist, it would appear that, well, you're just a Looney Tune. And that's the ironic thing, and something that they will never sort of allow to penetrate the thick, milky coating that protects them from thoughts like this, is that I'm only a Looney Tune because I met them. I'm not going to be a Looney Tune when this is all said and done, and I wasn't before. But massive amounts of medication, for some people like me, you end up with, you just have these leftover symptoms. And if I am crazed, it's because you made me that way. Anyway, so that's about all for this week. I said almost nothing and took 7 minutes, so try to do better next time. Hopefully, the good thing about being on camera, even though no one sees this, is I can sort of look back at myself and be like, wow, your eye was kind of droopy there, or you were out of weight, or you were having more trouble, swallowing, or with your voice, or whatever. So it's a good thing about video records, right? Alright, Staff Drugs Kids. It's March 17th, and I'll try to be back some more frequently. Also, one last thing, I am going to start the Alexej Ice website, and hopefully meet other people like myself who have been through pharma trauma. That's pharma trauma, which is which is another domain that I think is cool. Maybe I'll buy it, see if it's there. Alright, take it easy.